Hello, and welcome to another amazing and mind-blowing and fun and informative and otherwise cool episode of Sketchbook Zen. I'm wearing my do or do not, there is no try Yoda shirt, and I think it's kind of fitting. I didn't wear it thinking I was going to talk about what I'm going to talk about, but there's a good reason to talk about it. When it comes to our creative process, our art, our sketchbooking, and our life, it's a very important thing that we be truthful with ourselves. When I say that, what I mean is that a lot of us in life, just going through the motions, Pocket's whispering in my ear right now. A little bird told me. Oh, now she's listening. What we have to do is we have to be truthful with our lives. What that means is that we have to somehow start to unravel the binds that have deluded us in our life. And most of us don't even realize how delusional we actually are. When it comes to Zen, or, being an awesome Jedi like Master Yoda, or being honest with ourselves through the insights that we gain through the creative process, it's all one and the same. And what we're trying to do is really try to kick down those walls of delusion. And those things that delude us can be so vast. It can be the lies that we tell ourselves. It can be the untruths that we believe. It can be the conspiracies that we create for ourselves and buy into. I'll give you an example. I've been doing art in one way, shape, or form for pretty much all of my life. And like most people, I've gone through hills and valleys. There was a time when I thought to myself that my art just wasn't good enough. There was a time when I thought to myself that, my art and the things I know, it's just for me. There's a time when I told myself, like most of us, why do I bother? These are the little lies that we whisper in our own ear. All the things that we tell ourselves to push things off. Well, I'll start my sketchbook next month, or I need a better space to create, or whatever. You don't need anything other than what you have. In Zen, what we strive to figure out is that we are innately already enlightened, believe it or not. What's happened, though, is we've forgotten it. What happens is that every moment of every day, we whisper in our ear the little lies that we believe, that I'm not good enough, that I've done so many bad things, that I am going to live forever, so why do I need to do it now? That all that matters is my job, that all that matters is my gadgets, that all that matters is my money, that all that matters is, if I find happiness, I've got to be happy all the time, and blah, blah. It's all just ridiculous. What you have is right now, right here, right now. That's all. The past is gone. There's no reason to live in that past. There's no reason to, constantly engulf yourself in the despair of the things that have happened. They've happened. There's also no reason to be in the fantasy land of the things to come. What you need to do is be steadfast in the here and now. This life is a gift. I was talking to some kids recently, and I said to them, imagine how we are in this vast universe that is mostly empty. And in that vast, vast universe, somehow there's this one little amazing ball of life. And imagine that that ball of life has been here for billions of years. And imagine that somehow all the life on that planet has been exterminated a few times. And imagine that somehow, out of all of that, life managed to take hold. And imagine that in all of that, somehow humans have been around for literally that much time. And imagine that somehow you're here. The odds of you having a life, you shouldn't be here. Let's face it. The odds of you being here, man, you have a better chance of winning the lottery. You've got a better chance of being hit by a truck. But somehow you are here. And that means that truly your gift is, or your life is a gift. All of our lives are a gift. And yet we squander them. We fill our days with thinking about the past. We fill our days with dreaming of the future. We waste time. We push things off. We spend so much time thinking that if I only do this, I'll be happy. If I only get that, I'll be happy. If I only spend this money on this whatever, I'll be happy. What we need to do is understand what Master Yoda was saying in do or do not, there is no try. And stop the craziness and learn to be here in the present. Learn that if you want to be creative, be creative. If you want to find peace in your life, be steadfast and serious. Like it matters, because it does. Exactly, Pocket agrees. If you want to live a better life, it starts right now. And it's possible. It's possible that at this moment, you're going to turn the corner to living a better life. I know you might be like, well, I've got this going against me and I've got that going against me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what is going on. It doesn't matter if you've got, it doesn't matter. I could list off every possible terrible scenario and it doesn't matter. What matters is what you're going to do. What matters is what's inside of you. What matters is what you can create with your life. And when we think of something that is as small, because truly it is a small thing, as keeping a sketchbook, something as small as opening that sketchbook up and looking at that blank page and saying, I'm going to create something today. Something as small as sticking with that. Then every day, what we're doing is learning to express who we are in this amazing gift that our life is. And then when we start to do that, what we find is that we see everything differently. That we start to truly appreciate the beauty of life and to truly appreciate the life that we have. Your sketchbook is going to be your Jedi training. Your being in the present moment is your Jedi training. Your understanding of pushing past all that delusion that all of our society is trying to give to us and finding the truth in our lives, finding truth and enlightenment. And how that is actually the most important thing. Because we have a finite life. We don't have an infinite life. Even our planet doesn't have an infinite life. Our universe doesn't have an infinite life. It's all finite. That means everything is a gift. That plant there, the little bird pocket, this day outside, you, me, we are all incredible gifts that are special And when we keep a sketchbook, when we are steadfast in examining our lives, when we are serious about seeing things with new eyes, and that's what an artist does, by the way. That is actually also what anyone who practices Zen tries to do, is see things with new eyes. When you do that and you learn to be present in the moment, when you learn to breathe, when you learn to let go, when you learn to actually live a true life for the first time, everything starts to change. And then what you find is that you want to cultivate compassion for yourself. You want to spread that compassion to everything around you. You see our planet for what it is, in being this thing that has given us the ability to live, to create, to strive to be enlightened. If you think about it, our planet has somehow given all of us this mothering, nurturing, amazing chance for everything. All of the people that have come before us have done it on this planet. All of the amazing people. And so can you, and so can I. So, the question is what are you going to do with your life? How are you going to be more truthful to yourself? Are you going to continue to tell yourself the lies? I'm not good enough. I'm not attractive enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not healthy enough. I'm not blah, 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 blah. Throw it all away. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Can you open your sketchbook? Can you pick up a pen? However you do it. Maybe you are someone who has issues and you're having problems with that. And I understand there are a lot of people in this world that, something like picking up a pen with their hand is difficult. I've known people that don't even have hands. And I have known people that create amazing things still without that. There are people who have made me look at my life and think how lucky I am every single day. So if I'm truthful to myself, if I listen to my heart, then I know that there's far more that I can do. I can strive to be more compassionate to myself and others. I can strive to forgive myself for all the things in the past. I can understand that there is far more that I can do, both for myself and for this world. And you know what? If there's more of us who believe that fully, and who understand that something as simple as keeping a sketchbook, being creative, thinking some deep thoughts every so often, and listening to their heart, and striving to be better every day, to live fuller lives right now, and to spread that to the world around them. Man, can you imagine what this world would be like if everybody was like that? That's the world I want. That's the world we need. And if you think to yourself that, keeping a sketchbook is not such a big deal, it is. Because the things that happen, the cause and effect in this life, it's all linked together. And when we learn to be more compassionate with ourselves, when we learn to see with new eyes, when we learn to be more creative, when we learn to really be intuitive and to hear that small voice inside of us that is already enlightened, magic can happen. Now, does that mean that you're going to become some kind of levitating sage? Well, probably not. That's because you're imperfect but perfect. As I've said before, we are imperfectly perfect. That doesn't mean that it's maybe not possible that there is some levitating sage somewhere. I haven't met them yet, but there's some very cool people. And there has been in the past, and there will be in the future. And they all whisper similar things. To live a more engaged life, to be more in the present, to be kind, to be forgiving, to be compassionate. And at the end, I think that is the most important thing. It doesn't matter how much you have. It doesn't matter if you have the coolest toys. It doesn't matter if your art is in a museum or if your art is in a sketchbook. What matters is what you are doing with this gift that you have. It matters what I'm going to do with this life, how I'm not going to squander this life. And it's not about trying to, it's about doing. Yoda was right. Do or do not, there is no try. Do it now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't worry about the past. Don't wait for that perfect thing. If all you have is a piece of paper and a pencil, pick up that pencil and use it. If all you have is a pencil, find some scrap paper somewhere and use that. If all that you have is a phone, I'm pretty sure there's a note thing in there. You could even do some drawing with that. You can figure it out. You've got a good mind and you've got all the ability right now in this time that we live to do some amazing things and to spread that out into the world. So, a few big thoughts. And you might be like, I just want to draw, man. And I can understand that too. But we don't want to live small lives, do we? I don't think so. I think most of us want to live, maybe not big lives, but more fulfilling lives. And that starts with you, right now, in this moment. Being truthful to yourself, being honest to yourself, being kind and compassionate to yourself, pushing past all that delusion, not letting it fill up your life. Don't let that stuff rule you. That doesn't mean that you can't live in this world. I'm not for once saying to, go live on a mountaintop somewhere. Live in this world, but don't be of this world necessarily. Be your own person. That's what an artist is. An artist sees this world for what it is. Beautiful and sad. And uses that to create. And create amazing things. But it starts right now. It doesn't start tomorrow. It starts today, in this moment. So, what I would suggest is that you learn to be more in the moment, to be mindful of what you have. And I know that may be a big and difficult task. It might look like a hard thing, which is why you need compassion. You need kindness for yourself first. I know you can do it. You're awesome. Thanks for listening and watching. I appreciate it more than you realize. For those that have been with me from the beginning and watched all of the videos so far, thank you so very much. What I would ask is if you can do 3 things for me, okay? Other than being kind to yourself. Hit like, hit subscribe, and spread the word about this channel. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with your frenemies. Because I think that if we start a ball rolling to change our lives and to change this world. We're headed for a better day. And I know that might be wishful thinking, but I believe it. And I think if you're watching this, you believe it too. And it starts here and now. It starts with something small, like that drawing or that painting that you're going to do today. And it starts with that kindness that you're going to try to show yourself. And sometimes you're going to fail, and that's okay, because you show kindness when you fail. It's not always easy, but it doesn't have to be hard. Thanks for watching. Keep being awesome and take care of yourself and do some good in the world today. Even small things make a difference. Thanks a lot.